Hi everyone, this is Ouassima. Welcome to my channel. I'm doing a live session or a live video that will be published after. So I wanted to catch up my exercises with the thought because I didn't have time. This week I had been a bit busy doing my bag. I just finished my special bag for my drum because I will be traveling for the next week, and I will be doing some healing sessions. So I got a small drum because mine is really big. So I got a smaller drum so I can bring it with me for shamanic healing, and made a special bag for that. I mean, I'm really happy about that. So that took time. It has been a long time since I didn't sew. So let me see if someone is here and if you can join me directly here. I will be putting the link for those who are familiar with YouTube and with the Hangout. So I will just put the link if you want to join me. All right. I was following the discussions and participating in discussions in the Facebook group about some concepts that the thought has brought. One of these concepts is black magic and the feeling of this ease with this deck. And the fear, there was some fear around the deck, that because of the personality of Crowley, the creator, one of the creators, he wasn't the only one. There is Frida Harris, I think it's her name. I'm not good with the names, but the personality of Crowley, his story, the kind of magic he was practicing, and all this, and of course, it's totally normal to have that fear of having black thing or black, or I would say black intentions regarding this deck. Talking about intentions, because black magic is not good or bad. There is just magic, but the intention, in my opinion, the intention makes it bad or not. Make it black or white. And so that there were some discussion about that. And on my vision of this deck, I have on my feeling and my intuition with it, I felt that this deck has that personality or that archetype of the guardian of a veil. What it means? It means that this deck pushes us to our limits, to our conception of the world, to a redefinition of things. And it is veil. It is veil because we are in a world that is constructed from our point of view of our judgments, and the thought comes with his what we call black magic. It comes and push us in that, and push us in a way to question ourselves about what is it that I think about tarot, what is it that I think about black magic, what is it that I think about sexual magic. He pushes us into this direction of questioning and destruction of the old beliefs. And it has this energy for me. And this kind of energy is like a healing session. When you do a healing session, there are different levels, different layers. The first level, when the person comes for the first time, we might do cleaning of old beliefs. And so we go in the shadow part, and that it's not beautiful. It's not beautiful at all. It's complicated. But as soon as you clean things, you go up and you look at the sky, and the sky is really beautiful. It's pure. And as soon as you arrive to the sky, which is pure, which is clear, you can have some inspirations from the creator, or from the universe, or from God, wherever you can call it. You can get that spark of illumination. So this is what I feel about this deck. It reminds me also of it's interesting, we are talking about sexual magic and sexual relation, and it has this vibe of going through suffering, till the late phase of orgasm, and then getting that spark. So it has that, in my opinion, it has that way of functioning. So the other thing, I'm looking at the different exercises we did, and we asked. So yeah, about the books. I have seen many books about the thought, and you know, they help to understand the meanings of symbols, because it's rich deck. However, I read some books, and all of them are interesting, but some of them are kind of complicated for me. Complicated in a way they turn around. And I hate that way of writing. I prefer things to go straight. And one of the books I am appreciating so much, it's Mirrors of the Soul. Mirrors of Soul is a very, very nice book. I am in love with this one. And it's a beautiful book, and you can use it with the thought and other decks. I mean, it's a book that you can use it for any deck. In my opinion, it has affirmations, it has prompts to do journaling, etc. So for me, it's a very good book. Other books that are appreciated by the participants in our group is The Secrets of the Thoth Tarot of the Thoth by Marcus Katz, I think. There is volume 1 and 2. I didn't read that book yet, but it's on my wish list for the next months. We talked also about tarot combos. What are the best tarot combination or oracle combination or crystal combination? And we had so many interesting combinations that yeah, I want to share with you. So let me just find where is the post. We have so many posts about the thought. Yeah, here it is. All right, so I'm not good with crystals. That's why I want to give you some crystals that were listed here. So the crystals people are using with the deck are clear quartz, smoky quartz, amethyst, lapis, carnelian, jet, moonstone, bloodstone, turquoise, garnet, black tourmaline, moldavite, tektite, scolcite, sugilite, selenite, labradorite, Tibetan quartz, snow quartz, skulls, planitic solids, eggs. I mean, there is one person that is specialist about stones in our group, and she gives amazing stones to use with every deck. Some of the did I forget any other? Yeah, so some of the other decks we think about using them is Path of the Soul, is I think an oracle deck. I am particularly wishing to use Sacred Geometry Oracle, Sacred Geometry cards for the Visionary Path. So I would be using these in the future readings with the thought. So yeah, so here are the basic. We didn't have that much oracle decks. It's like the thought is really rich. So maybe it's the reason that we don't want to use something else with it. But I'm thinking about using the Rider-Waite with it. I don't know why I had that idea. So yeah, it's I don't know what it will bring, but yeah, I have to try it to see it. So yeah, so the next question I will be doing is to get more serious with the deck. I have been reading, I have been learning about the deck, and now I want to really try it in a deeper way, to understand, to talk with the deck, to understand why is he here? What does he want me to do with him? What does he think about me? So the first question is, why are you here? The second question is, what do I need to know about you or from you? What work will we be doing together? And what do you think about me? All right, so the first question, why are you here? I'm getting the adjustment. This card is really interesting because one thing I have been reading about this card is that the woman, or the person, the hero, the god that is showing up here in this card, is standing on a sword, and this position needs a lot of balance and focus. So this deck, what is telling me first is that he's bringing me, or he wants to bring me that focus I need to have. Because it's interesting, when I in certain periods on my life, I tend to go somewhere and not being here in this matter, or not focusing in the present moment. And this times I'm having this again, this status of being. So I'm feeling that with this card, the deck is telling me I will be bringing you balance. I will be bringing you focus, inner journeys, going inside to find that balance. The other thing I see is the fours that are everywhere. You see them in the different positions. We have other fours here. They, I don't see them as the 12 constellation, whatever, but for me, the fours are, for me, the elements, the circle I need to open every day for me. The circle of elements, we do it in shamanic healing also. I need to do that more and more to create that inner space. The inner space, not only by closing my eyes and going on meditation state, but in the physical, while I am doing, where I'm living my life, doing things, asking these 4 directions to be with me all the time. Interesting. What do I need to know from you? I got the disappointment. Well, this is interesting, but for me, I don't see it as disappointment, truly. I see it more as it's going beyond what I have ever expected from this deck. It's if I needed from this deck just a simple readings, it won't be like that. If I waited for this deck to be easy to read, it won't be easy to read for me, easy to use, etc. It won't be that way. It's what it's saying is to let disappointment means I have been waiting for something. So for me, it means that remove any expectations with this deck and just enjoy the ride. This is how I feel with this. What work will we do together? All right. I'm having the 2 of Pentacles, which is called change here. So, of course, the serpent we're having here, transformation. I don't feel that this deck, I will be using it with people, to be honest. I'm seeing it more as a personal deck. And this transformation is inside before it goes outside. The other thing that I see is that the white and black in the bottom and in the top refers to me the connection of the darkness and the light. So what we will be working on is something is coming to me that is saying merging the shadow and the light, because these both shadow and light are part of the oneness, not part of the oneness, are the oneness. And changing my view of what is true, what is false, what is right, what is wrong. This is basically the role or the objective of this deck with me. What do you think about me? This is really interesting. I got the Magus, which is my birth card. So this card, the Magus, yeah, full of possibilities, but not exploring all of them. That's why I feel. I feel also that the Magus, thinking about me as a magician, is also this ability to join, to work, and to dig deep in the shadow and in the light. and but with that risk of being lost in one or another. And in that case, if we lose ourselves in one or another, we won't meet the oneness. So yeah, this is interesting because the magus for me reminds me the adjustment, the balance, that everything needs to be balanced. And you see how he is standing on just one finger, which for me is very interesting. It's balance. It's knowing what he is doing. It's his profession, specialty, I would say. So yeah, interesting. So I hope you like this reading. If you have any tarot combos you think about with the thought deck, let us know. If you have any expressions that you want to go and look deeper, for example, I talked about black magic today. Some talked about adjustment, lost the name that he changed, the card strength changed to be lost. Why? What does it mean? Some symbols also, you can be looking for symbols like animals. Animals are really present in all the majors practically, and the court cards. What these animals mean? We have the crocodile. We have animals from Egyptian mythology. We have animals regarding the astrology. But what do they mean exactly? So you can look for that. There is the animals also related to the alphabet, Hebraic alphabet, like the G, etc. So there are many things to be looking on. You can look at these symbols. You can look at the colors also. We have been looking briefly on the colors, and the colors are really interesting in this deck, but you can cut them in different layers. For example, I have been looking at colors on the background, not focusing on what's happening, but looking at the background. And I found out that the blue and the green are really present in the majors. So what do they mean? They mean cosmic, they mean intellectual, they mean divine. The green mean creativity. So the both together, what do they mean? So you can look and you can dig deep in this. So I have been starting to look at the background before, and I found the blue ones, the orange, red ones, the violet. So starting only with the background. As soon as you have seen the colors on the background, go deeper and look for the colors of the elements of the person. Another thing, I know I'm giving you a lot of things to look at. Look at the majors. For me, for example, I'm focusing on the majors for the first weeks. So the majors, you will see that the persons, their size is really different from the court cards, and that is in itself a symbol, and it has a meaning. And the majors, you will look deeper in them, and you will find that they are not really persons. They are state of beings. They are values. They are archetypes. Archetypes are really present in this deck, and it will be really interesting to look at that too. So yeah, so take time. This is the thing you can do, is just taking time to let the deck meet you without fear, without expectation. He's talking about expectation, without being in expectation or in that fear of, or maybe it's carrying some symbols that will, act on our subconscious. Of course, everything acts on our subconscious, but it has been present first inside before it is present outside. So if we see violence outside, because this violence is inside us, so don't fear going deep in yourself and facing your shadow parts. And if this deck is triggering that in you, well, this is a perfect deck to work with. It will open doors. It will open veils, so you can go to next steps in your life. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you soon with another one. I don't know when, we will see. And wish you a very, very nice week, nice month if we don't meet, and bye-bye.